The moment she claimed he was worth more than me, I didn't lash out. I didn't cry, didn't shout, didn't even blink. I just stood there, still quiet, staring at the woman who once whispered her dreams to me under the hush of midnight, who once made promises in the safety of my arms. And now, that same woman stood defending a man whose smiles lingered just a second too long whenever I wasn't watching, whose presence always felt like an invasion I couldn't quite name. When she looked me in the eye and said, "Apologize to him or we're done," something inside me didn't break. It simply stilled. A strange calm swept through me, like the eerie quiet that follows a storm's final scream. 3 years of marriage, 6 years of shared breaths, quiet mornings, stupid inside jokes, and bruised hearts healing together. We'd built a life like a symphony, wild in its verses, but harmonious in its rhythm. Her laughter used to sound like truth. I believed it was. Then came him, Jason, her so-called best friend. The one whose hugs always clung a second too long. The one whose eyes trailed her lips like he wanted to catch the words before I could. At first I said nothing. I didn't want to become the jealous husband, clingy, possessive, paranoid. But respect has a scent unmistakable and clean. His didn't. His reeked of boundary lines crossed in the dark. It wasn't one act that undid everything. It was the slow erosion, tiny betrayals that bled like paper cuts. The laptop that slammed shut the second I walked in. Late-night messages signed, "You're my sanctuary forever." The suddenly changed phone passcode. The twin bracelets I never asked about. A hotel bill, casually dismissed as a clerical error. I never accused. I never fought. I swallowed the suspicion, sip by poisonous sip, until it became a bitter brew I kept hidden behind silence. But silence doesn't mean weakness. It means calculation. The breaking point came one night in an argument, one of many. I finally confronted Jason. He didn't deny it. He didn't flinch. He just smiled, a smug curl of lips and venom in his eyes. "She's already chosen me," he said. And she had. Without hesitation, she moved to his side. That was all it took. I walked away that night. Left the house. Left the keys. Left the life I had poured every corner of my soul into. And for 4 days, I disappeared into silence. No responses. No explanations. Just absence. She panicked. She called. Texted. Showed up outside my apartment crying. I said nothing. Because silence unsettles people. It makes the guilty confess to things they were never even accused of. In that stillness, I started digging. An old friend at her bank owed me a favor. A discreet inquiry revealed she'd opened a hidden account 6 months ago. $18,000 quietly funneled into it. She'd been planning her exit, never realizing I'd be the one to walk away first. While she crafted lies to our mutual friends, painting me as unstable and obsessive, I watched. I let them believe her. Let them laugh at me. Because in their smug ignorance, they dropped their guard. And that's when I made my move. Jason. I knew him. Years ago, during a property deal, he'd tried to cheat me with forged documents. He lost his license because of it. Never knew I was the one who reported him. And now he was in my home, at my table, laying hands on my wife. This wasn't just infidelity. This was old karma long overdue. My first step was her account. Her password, Melody04, was so painfully predictable it almost felt like an insult. I copied every transaction, every message, and bundled it into a digital folder labeled loyalty. Then I turned my focus to Jason. Through a contact in property law, I found 2 of his recent deals skating the edge of fraud. I posed as a client, baited him into sending doctored listings, and recorded every damning word. I sent those recordings directly to his victims. The evidence was thorough, undeniable. By the 4th day, she was unraveling. Tears. Please. She stood outside my door like a ghost begging to be remembered. I let her in. Let her cry. I even held her hand, told her I forgave her. Then I handed her the folder. She flipped through the screenshots, the transaction history, the messages she thought she'd hidden so well. Her face went pale. I told her I wouldn't ruin her, as long as she walked away clean. No alimony. No accusations. Just silence. Her silence, in that moment, was louder than any confession. She left that night. No words. No bags packed. Just vanished. Jason called soon after, ranting, threatening, trying to reassert whatever control he thought he had. I agreed to meet. A diner. Neutral ground. He arrived cocky, arrogant, dripping with false bravado. I brought nothing but a flash drive and calm. I slid it across the table. 12 victims, fraud, forged signatures. The collapse of whatever scam empire he'd tried to build. I didn't shout. Didn't threaten. Just leaned in and said, "You'll be lucky if you're allowed to sell lemonade after this." He paled. I smiled. Then I said something he didn't expect. "She was never yours. You were just the match she used to burn everything down." Then I walked away. Never turned back. 6 months have passed. She's living with her sister. Jason's license? Revoked again. And from what I hear, they don't even speak anymore. People still ask me how I stayed so calm. How I didn't explode with anger or bitterness. But what they don't understand is, revenge doesn't need rage. True revenge is crafted in absolute clarity. And that clarity came the moment she looked at me and said he meant more. She was right. He was more to her. But to me, he was nothing.